Hi guys, Elle here. Welcome back. I have had so much fun over the years sneaking peeks at other people's altars. It's so much fun. So I thought I'd take you guys on a little tour of mine today. Hang on, I'm gonna flip the camera. Okay, so this is my bedroom. Those are my turtles. Gotta clean their water. But anyway, I live in a rather kind of a small apartment. It's a small space. I'm here in Philadelphia, and we're not in a big house, you know? I think ideally, that's my altar, by the way. Ideally, I would love to have a nice big setup somewhere where my altar wouldn't have to sort of double as my nightstand table. Yeah, see that? But it's all right. You make do, you know? One day, if we have a little bit more space, I'll make it bigger and we'll move it, and I won't have to put my nighttime water by my bed on my altar. It's all right. It's just like a little offering, right? An offering to Freya. So yeah, really it's a nightstand and it's a very small space. So I have it sort of, you know, laid out and piled up and just sort of shit everywhere that's a light up there. Let's get a closer look here. Okay, there we go. So this is what the altar looks like most of the time. I don't really change it seasonally, other than teeny little changes here and there. If I feel called to change something, I change something. It's probably looked pretty much like this for the last year at least. What I used to do before I got statues, you know, for my altar, I always wanted them, and for a really long time they were just so expensive and so out of reach. What I would do, and I still do it because I got so used to having it, was I would print out pictures from online, or this one's actually from, I think both of them may be from like a greeting card. My two images of I feel like I see Freya in them. But I would just use those. I would just frame cool pictures to be my idols, if you will. So I do still change out the photos in the frames every once in a while. I have one missing right now because it broke. So that gets changed all the time. And then, oh my god, if you guys do not have one of these, this is one of the best purchases I ever made for my altar. Oops. It's this little card stand. I think it's technically a book stand, but it's like a teensy tiny one. I got it for just a couple bucks off some metaphysical shop years and years ago. But it's fantastic for, you know, normally I'll have something from my sacred geometry oracle up there, and that changes pretty much every day. Or one of my rune cards, or even sometimes I'll put a tarot card up there to sort of focus on during my altar sessions, my morning altar sessions. So yeah, I did eventually get up enough money to purchase this baby. I guess she's probably only like 50 bucks, but man, when I got her, it was like so much money. And I cherish this so much. I'm not sure if it's, I don't remember. Dryad Designs, one of those statues or one of the other ones. I'll look it up and I'll put a link below to where I got her from. They make, lots of beautiful pagan statues, and Norse ones specifically can be really hard to find. She is amazing. She's got runes along the bottom. She's got her falcon cloak, her belts, like everything. It's all there. And then the other statue I have down here is a Buddha statue, and he's actually holding a little, what I call a little Freya teardrop. It's a little amber. It broke off from one of my necklaces, but I love it. And he holds it in his stillness. Actually, since it does sort of double as a nightstand, some of these books I would not normally keep on my altar. This is really the only one that I would love to always keep on my altar. This one is a dream journal, so it's by the bed, and this is just stuff I'm reading right now, so it's by my bedside. I will show you this book, though. I found a book cover for it. Can you see that? It's like leather burnt. Oh my god, I forget what you call it. But it's Norse scroll work, kind of. Not work. Isn't that amazing? It's stained, yeah. It's ancient. But anyway, the book that I keep in here is basically my Bible. Like, it is, I'm going to pull it out of here for you. Oh, that's right. The other reason I have it in there is because at some point, yeah, that's right, the dog ate your homework. My bird got to it and sort of chewed up my favorite book of all time, but everything is still legible. You know what, guys, actually, I mean, I'll give you all the information on it, but you can actually find this online for free now at Theosophy websites if anybody out there is interested. The book is called The Masks of Odin, Wisdom of the Ancient Norse, and what it is basically a theosophic interpretation of the Norse Eddas, of the Norse mythology on whole, really. There's one part, where does it go up to? The first, 80 pages or so. She talks about initiation in the Norse mindset, death and rebirth. I mean, she goes there, nature's kingdoms, gods and giants. Really, she just gets right at what the metaphor is. It's an amazing, amazing book. And then part 2, which is 2/3 of the book maybe, is a new translation of selected poems from the Poetic Edda. And then she'll spend a couple pages before each one sort of giving you her notes on it. And her notes are amazing. She explains the whole thing. Oh my God, I wrote all up in the sucker. That's Havamal, the words of the High One. I mean, it's my all-time favorite book in the entire world. It literally is my Bible. I probably read something from it almost every day still. And I won't go into detail here, but that is my dreams and some out-of-body experiences and astral projection stuff. Try to write everything down, although I fail miserably at that sometimes. Don't we all? Oh crap, what are these things called? I forget. They're for meditation to ding, start, and to end. Oh Jesus, I'm a bad meditator. I can't think of what it's called right now. Moving up here, there's another framed picture. Isn't she beautiful? Can you guys see that? I think Freya, and then this one down here. That one's pretty hard to see. She's actually riding a horse. Freya. And that one back there, that's probably kind of impossible to see, huh? But that is, this blue image back here is Odin hanging from Yggdrasil. It's a beautiful picture. This is something that I made a long time ago when I was experimenting with like wood burning runes. And I just found this little slab and burnt that in. And I've always kept it on my altar ever since. It's so fun to keep things up here that you made sort of as an offering, you know? I love that. And then I do have a few horns. Being a Norse pagan, this is your cup almost. So yeah, I don't actually drink out of this one. I have a few other ones that I will drink out of during ritual or something. And I keep my athame up here too. Don't use it for cutting or anything. It's certainly just a symbolic knife. But it's beautiful. I've had it since I was a teenager and first got into Wicca, and it's just been so sacred and special ever since. And then when people come to visit, I hide it in my little secret drawer. Children don't want to see knives that they can get to easily. So yeah, let me show you what's down here. This is the other book that I go to probably every single morning, evening, whatever it is for, to do my thing. And it is almost filled now with prayers and mantras. I really have a lot of fun taking different prayers and things like that from all over the world and sort of turning it into something that I can relate to. So, I'll change the name God to All Father and, stuff like that. Change the word karma to Orlog or something, Yay, Norse pagans. What else is in here? I have a rattle. This is one of my drinking horns. Isn't that gorgeous? This one I just stumbled across at like a garage sale. Oh, amazing. Runes, crystals. This is my old wand. I don't really actually use him anymore, but that was my, teenage Wiccan wand. I'm holding it from the wrong end. Actually, I would hold it like this. Beautiful, just sort of found, didn't do anything to it, didn't coat it, it's all natural, and it's held up over all these years. Amazing. What else? This is one of my malas. I have a few more. This one still has that nice sandalwood scent to it. After you use them long enough, they get all loose and they lose the scent, so that one I'm enjoying while it lasts. This is my tarot deck. That's not always in here, but I've been using it in the mornings lately. That's the deck that I made. This is my Sacred Geometry Oracle. This guy I like to keep up here too, because sometimes after dreams or astral projection, I will go into this guy, and it has, isn't that great? It's like this little leather sketchbook with colored pencils, which I've apparently lost half of. But I will, yeah, there he is. I'll draw, you know, things that I've sort of seen there. That's Thor, my spirit guide. Hey dude, what's up? Sometimes it's hard to sort of, you know, I'm sure you guys have experienced that when you wake up from your dreams or an out-of-body experience, whatever it is, a lucid dream even. Sometimes it's hard to put things into words, and you almost just need to draw it, and that's that, and it works. This is a bag of crystals. Oh, this is my wind chime that fell down from outside. I need to put him back up. This is my Ansata tarot. He's in here right now. Oh, this is my pendulum. Hang on, let me put this down. I love this pendulum. I actually don't really do much with the pendulum very often, but I've had this guy for a long time. It's that tetrahedron Merkaba shape. You know what? I'm not actually even sure what stone that is. Citrine or something like that, maybe, if you guys know what that is. I would love to be reminded, because I no longer remember. But I do cherish it. Beautiful. It kind of feels energizing, too, that crystal. What's in this one? A few bags in here. Oh, that's right. This guy I'll put under my pillow sometimes. It's, I think it's a peacock ore. Is that what it's called sometimes? Supposed to be good for astral projection and dreaming and stuff. I'm going to put him under my pillow right now. Ta-da. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a couple other books, some pens, some CDs, you know, meditation music, sorts of stuff like that. That's a clock, a little pendant clock. I used to use it for timing meditation. I would just sort of leave it open up here, but now I just put my cell phone up there, and I have one of those meditation apps, you know. They're just great. I love them. All right, what else do I have stashed? I have a few boxes that I sort of keep underneath here. This one has some runes. There's bags and bags of crystals and rune sets. Yeah. And then this guy. Oh, my extra smudge sticks and things like that. Some extra matches. Oh, that candle has a Berkana in it. Oh, getting ready to burn that one. Okay, up here, back. Okay, I showed you guys the picture before. This is some more malas and some more crystal necklaces. This guy is really special to me. Oh, can you guys see that? That is my very first drum. I have since upgraded to a drum that has a much deeper and nicer sound. It's very... it doesn't have a nice deep sort of a thing to it, but when you're short on funds, a $5 drum will do just fine. And I've kept it on my altar ever since I stopped using it as a drum, because I love what I did. I traced like a raven and a world tree and Sleipnir and the runes, and that's even a snake sort of going around the outside like an Ouroboros. He's biting his own tail. Some other symbols that I really enjoy. I'll show you guys a little bit more of that and how I went about it at another point. Back there is a little statue of Isis. Okay, I don't know why I keep this on my altar. I'm sure you guys, I know you guys do because I've seen your videos, keep some odd things that you just really can't explain on your altar. These are, I mean, they make sense. They work here. They're spiritually themed things, but they're stamps. I keep 3 stamps up here. I got that one, all the signs of the zodiac. I got that one. Right, come on. And then this one always reminded me of, I mean, obviously, right, World Tree and Hugin and Moonin. See them? See little birdies flying. So I love them. And then this guy, I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why I keep this on my altar, but I always do. It's a little box. I'm just going to open it. Sorry. It looks like maybe a pen came in there at some point or something. I never keep anything in it. And it's the oddest thing. I don't have any special affinity for toucans or anything that I know of. I mean, I do love birds. I really, really love birds, but I don't know why. This is like a little power box for me. It's friggin' great. I love that guy. And then I have a Shiva and my Labrys. That was one of the first things I ever bought for my altar. That beautiful Labrys there. And then hanging up on the wall here, I have a couple things too. That was just a heart-shaped dream catcher. This is probably my favorite mala. Isn't that beautiful? And then hanging right there is a Feyu necklace rune. I don't know, the brown necklace like that. I wore it back in the 90s. It's a little out of style now, I guess. But I like where it falls, right in the center of this runic medicine wheel that I made years ago. It's, you know, red on one side, yellow on the other, black up here, white down there. I think I used wire underneath and just sort of molded it. But then if you follow from each side down, I split the foot arc into about 4 sections, so I could have, you know, the same amount of beads on each part, and got a little matching feathers. Got some stones I sort of put in there. And I didn't wood burn them in, I just wrote with marker on these wood beads, but yeah, I could do the same thing and make a mala for myself, huh? Alright, I have all sorts of ideas right now for new pagan artsy projects. This is great. One last little spot over here, really. I have some books back there. That's my incense burner for up here. This is just I keep some crystals in here. Just this beautiful old little case that I have no idea where I even found now. Can't do this with one hand. And there's just some crystals in there. It's like velvet lined. Probably found it at like a garage sale or a thrift store somewhere. And then this is where I keep my my Power of the Runes deck. Another one I actually wood burned. Alu is the you know, it's Ansus, Lagus, and Urus around that center bead. But yeah, down here I have a few books. That's a broken picture frame. Gotta fix that guy. And then over here, too, right next to my altar, I always keep my big meditation cushion, and I don't know if you can make out what that is. It's not a blanket. It's actually a beautiful shawl that makes me feel very priestess-like when I put it on. So if I get cold when I'm meditating, I'll put that guy on. And then these things, I got these little drawers here for some extra storage space, extra candles, matches. I'll throw my matches up there so I have a place to put them. And if my smudge wand, if I'm smudging, is still hot, I'll put it back in there. And then this has sort of just become a junk drawer for little white books at the moment. I should probably clean that out. Oh my god, guys, get this. I forgot I shoved him in here. So this is like a plastic drinking horn that magically came in the mail. My wife signed up for like Loot Crate, I think it's called, where they send you all this geeky like t-shirts and knickknacks from like video games and cult movies and stuff. But this was in there and she's like, I don't know what that'll do with this. Here, you want it? I'm like, fucking of course. It's a drinking horn. That's amazing. Apparently it's like a doohickey from the TV show Vikings, which I haven't actually ever seen. I kind of want to watch. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to really use that for anything, but it's kind of neat. I feel like he belongs here. And then down there is just some more storage stuff. I'm not going to go breaking into him. It's just candles and incense and probably some more crystals I've forgotten about. So, yeah, I think that about covers it. Thanks for watching, guys. It was fun showing you all my stuff. It's so weird. You can never really, you know, talk to very many people about your altar setup, and it's something that we spend so much time with and enjoy on such a personal level so often. And YouTube has been such a great way to share experiences with you guys and sort of feel understood and accepted, and it's been glorious. So I thank you all. Yeah, I love you guys. Bye.